In a ruling yesterday, the Supreme Court narrowed a federal law banning drug users from owning or possessing guns. And the High Court still has several more cases to go before the term ends. That includes the case of Trump v. Barbara, in which the federal government is seeking to restrict birthright citizenship. For more, let's bring in former state attorney for Palm Beach County, Florida, Dave Aronberg. Dave, great to see you. Yeah, busy docket still ahead, but let's start there with the birthright citizenship case. The justices seemed skeptical when they heard arguments. What should we be expecting whenever that ruling does come down?
Jonathan, I think the president's going to lose. The Constitution says what it says. 14th Amendment, it's right there. If you are a strict constructionist, which is what Chief Justice Roberts and his 6-3 conservative majority say they are, they're going to look at the plain wording of the 14th Amendment, and they're going to say birthright citizenship can only be changed by a constitutional amendment, not by executive order. So it's going to be a loss for the president. And they are delaying this until the very end. I think it's because you're probably going to see a bunch of concurring opinions, maybe some dissenting opinions from Alito and Justice Thomas. But in the end, Trump's going to lose, and he'll be very disappointed in what he considers his Supreme Court that they're going to rule against him.
Yeah, well, he often has received the benefit of their rulings. Dave, give us your quick take on that decision I just read about yesterday about the drug users and guns, and also quickly highlight for us another case you're looking to hear a decision.
Well, normally, Jonathan, Second Amendment cases are quite divisive at the Supreme Court. This one, though, was unanimous, which shows how marijuana has bipartisan support. You know, I know that Chief Justice Roberts wants us to believe that the Supreme Court is an apolitical institution where they just follow the law. But ever since Bush v. Gore, I don't know how you can say that with a straight face. So this ruling reflects our country's cultural shift on marijuana. It's viewed differently than other drugs. 42 states plus D.C. have some sort of weed legalization. But to me, the most surprising part of the opinion was a concurring opinion written by the odd couple of Justice Alito and Justice Kagan. They compared marijuana use to the use of alcohol during our country's founding. That's when alcohol was widely tolerated, was everywhere. And yet the founding fathers never passed laws to completely strip citizens of their right to bear arms simply for being regular consumers of alcohol. So to uphold a gun regulation, the Supreme Court requires the government to prove that the law is consistent with the nation's historic tradition of firearm regulation. And since the founders didn't disarm people for having a routine glass of whiskey at home, Alito and Kagan said the government cannot now disarm someone from being a recreational user of marijuana. Just to your last point, I do think that the Supreme Court is probably going to limit the president's power to fire executive branch folks like Jerome Powell and others, because it's just in the Constitution, it's in the law. The president doesn't have that kind of power. And I think that's going to be another blow to the president who thinks his power is unquestioned and unlimited.
Well, we'll be watching for those decisions. Former state attorney from Palm Beach County, Florida, Dave Aronberg. Dave, thank you so much.